welcome either to or back to my channel. This time I have a pop filter for my Tascam, so we'll see if this sounds any better. I had these ideas floating around in my head, and I'm not really certain if I want to do a writing project with them or what, but I figure for now I can just yap about it. If it was to be a writing project, I think it would probably be at least 2, maybe more characters with actions and perspectives to not only juxtapose different types of love, but also explore the nebulous space, the blurred boundaries between these so-called types, without throwing out any labels. I know these days people love throwing out labels for different kinds of polyamory or different love languages, and I'm certain that this practice has gone back in some form to before the time that humans would be writing. But I don't know, I've had these, I guess, not really fixations or fascinations, but just a vague interest, I guess, in exploring that space. Again, specifically through characterization. But I guess that also stems from just thinking about it in general. And the desire to express that and organize my thoughts in some way. It just comes out as half-hearted plans to write about it. I've been thinking can someone be good at love, and does that have to do with what they put out, and how much does that have to do with the perspective of the receiver? To what extent is it a conversation, to use the terminology of love language? And then, of course, there's different kinds of love beyond romantic or beyond sexual. But, to what extent is that can that run into a limitation? I feel like I'm not articulating myself super well, but I guess it's difficult in this sort of topic, especially when I don't really have anything prepared. Can somebody have a passionate love that is not romantic and not sexual, really deeply fall in love with somebody and want to be more than friends with them, but not in a romantic or sexual way. And, at what point would that be obsession, or could it not be? I feel like necessarily have to draw the line between like, interest and lack of interest, you know. Someone could say, really deeply care for somebody, and I think not have fallen in love with them, but I think someone could feel the sensation of falling in love with someone, but it could be just wanting to be involved in like everything that that person's doing, wanting to like insert themselves into their life. And I think that there will be many spaces outside of those things and in between them. You know, I don't think people have to talk every day or share all of their thoughts or get involved in all of each other's hobbies. And they could hold, like, you know, a love in their heart for each other, or hearts. And, you know, I think that could be like something not so intense or something very intense. And then, you know, how can that be expressed? Is that expressed mainly through actions? Can that be expressed adequately through words? Like, to what extent do people sharing like a passionate love have to be physically involved with each other? And, you know, how much of that relation is defined by either side, or, you know, does it have to be agreed upon by both sides? I think that's kind of misunderstanding too, or misunderstandings arising from this space, probably why some or many relationship problems might arise. And, you know, to what extent does that have to be navigated in order to resolve relationship problems? You know, what does it mean for someone to be special to you, or to be special to them? How much do you have to share perspectives? Does there have to be some balance between sharing perspectives or sharing activities? Can this be put into an equation? Probably not, right? I feel like with all of these things, it's going to just be a whole lot of it depends. I feel like I've been really, really aimlessly yapping. I guess I didn't necessarily have any direction I wanted to take this anyways. Just thinking about ways that people perceive love, express love, what kind of effects that has on their character, and, you know, how much does that clash or not clash with their ideals? How does that resolve into the way they live their life? This feels like a kind of topic where I need to like wrap this up in some meaningful way, but really, I have no idea how I would do that. I didn't really have any idea how to express pretty much any of the points I brought up in the first place, let alone how to tie this together into anything. This is not a essay, just yapping. See you next time.